Good morning, this is Bharat from Affordable Stone Benchtops, and I will run you through a few stages that we have when we do benches for any new or existing kitchen. In this case, this is a new kitchen, so we will call it the pre-measure stage, the at measure, and the post measure. So this is the pre-measure stage where your cabinets are being installed or an existing kitchen's in place. You have to make sure before we come on site to measure your benches, all these things are in place so you're ready for your measure up, which goes smoothly, and for us to fabricate your benches precisely. So coming to the pre-measure stage, like I said, this is a new kitchen. So once your cabinet makers put the kitchen in, you've got to make sure all the cabinets are secured, they're screwed to the walls, all the doors are in place, all the handles are installed, cabinets leveled up. One important thing, which is we've noticed in a lot of kitchens, is the front of all the cabinets have to be a straight line. Now we've gone on site, and especially in cases where we have a dishwasher or a fridge or a washing machine in between cabinets, we find that the front of the cabinets are not straight. What that means is it'll throw your overhangs out because we cannot move the cabinets once they're installed. To give you an idea, I'll run you through a straight edge on these cabinets. So we go to the cabinet, not to the door. So if that's your cabinet, you put a straight edge on the cabinet and make sure it's all in a straight line. That way when we add the overhangs on the front of the doors, they're all even. If in case you have a free cavity for a dishwasher and there is another cabinet past the dishwasher, you have to ensure again that they all line up. You don't want this cabinet to be off to the front or behind because that will change your overhangs. Sometimes the walls do run out of square and the cabinets are installed straight to the square. Do not do that. If you have to pack it off the wall, pack the cabinets off the wall and make sure that the front of the cabinets are a straight line. The other thing is if you have overhead cabinets and you have an overhang on one end, you have to ensure that the overheads stick past the cabinet at the bottom so we can allow for the overhang in the stone, match up with your splashback, match up with the overheads. It's a nice clean finished line. Another thing to consider is if you have a window checkout, make sure that anything in the window, if it's a sill, there might be a bit of timber in there, that has to be lower than the cabinet or flush to the cabinet. So to show you in this case, when we put the stone in, there is no problems because the sill is lower than the cabinet. If the sill is higher, we will not be able to put the stone in. So you have to ensure that's the other thing. In case of your sink cabinet and a cooktop cabinet, the other problem we always find is the rail is never vertical. For some reason, a lot of cabinet makers put a rail which is horizontal, and then we don't have enough room for your sink. In this case, the rail, as you can see, is vertical, so it's a lot more stronger for the cutout. Once we have the sink in the cabinet, we bring it all the way to the front. There's enough room for your tap to go in. Now, if your rail was the other way, which is horizontal, and it goes back there, there's no room for your tap. So we have to ensure that the rail in the sink and hot plate cabinet is vertical, so it's strong, and there is no problems with us putting the sink, a tap, or a cooktop in place. These are a few things you have to look at before we come to measure. Once all these things are in place, like I said, all doors in place, cabinets screwed together, screwed to the floor, screwed to the wall, in a straight line, sink rail vertical, hot plate rail vertical, we are ready to come and do a site measure. Now we will go to the next stage after this one, where we'll show you what we do at measure. So see you soon. Once your cabinets are in place, please give us a call. Thank you.